Intro story time. When I first started playing the guitar, there was one video that became super famous. It's now considered one of the most ancient viral videos of the early internet days. And that video is... With how big and famous that video was, it almost felt obligatory for a young guitarist like myself to be learning and playing that song. Hell, even my dad asked me if I was learning that song. So I went to seek out the Jerry C version of the guitar tab, ultimateguitar.com of course, and got into it. But then, young me experienced my first ever guitar technique wall I've ever seen. First, I had no idea what that thing was. Soon realized that it was sweep picking. Did some Google research, did some YouTube research, and kind of figured out what the technique was about. But I still had no idea how I was meant to practice it for that song. So I thought I could just play my way through it by practicing some new songs and just generally get good on the guitar. But well, here I am and I still can't play that bit. So for my first 30-30 challenge, I'm specifically going to try and learn the sweep picking Jerry C version on Canon Rock. So here it goes. So, how do you think that? I don't think it's 100%, and I can argue that on the day of the last recording, I had back pain issues, so I was physically not 100%. My guitar setup was a little bit jagged, and all the other excuses, blah blah blah. But in the end, I feel like it was pretty successful. Now I'm able to play a part that I was never ever being able to touch since then, and now I can move on to the next bit of the song. And who knows, if I get stuck again in some other parts, there will probably be another challenge video. Thank you if you stuck around to the end of the video. I'm signing off, and hopefully you can improve something a little on your guitar journey too. Bye!